I help you?
I was just leaving.
So it seems. Which leads me to ask what you were doing here.
I stopped by for a few things.
Really? Like what?
Just a few things.
Like that, for instance?
Right, yeah, I just needed to get my camera.
I'm gonna do a little nighttime sightseeing, huh?
What I need it for is really none of your business.
Seem to go to great lengths to make sure no one saw you. Why are you being so secretive?
What makes you think I'm trying to be secretive?
Oh, just little things like no lights on, sneaking out the door, tiptoeing in the house. What's your game?
Look, I have every right to be in this place. I have more right to be here, in fact, than you.
You said you came for some things, but only see a camera. What else did you get?
Where I come from, the help don't ask the questions, see?
Well, I think maybe we come from two different places. And I also think you've already done your nighttime sightseeing. Give me the camera.
No.
That wasn't a question, it was an order.
Look, you don't have any right to do that.
You got a complaint? Then go out and call a cop. You know, Mary, I've always been fascinated with photography. It'd be a great, great hobby. And one thing I have a problem, though, is seeming to try to figure out how these things work. Oh, no. So sorry. How clumsy of me.
If you don't mind, that is my personal property.
No, no. Not at all. You know, sometime in the real near future, I hope you and I can get together and, you know, see what can develop, huh?
Does the saying, all brawn and no brains, mean anything to you?
Well, apparently I had enough brains to foil your little scheme. What does that say about you?
If you'll excuse me, it's rather late.
Miriam, what are you doing here? Tab, isn't it rather late for you to still be working?
Hello, Daddy.
Well?
Excuse me.
What is going on here?
Ben?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to wake you.
Oh, I guess I was more tired than I thought.
Well, why don't you go upstairs? I was just going to go into the kitchen, rummage around the refrigerator.
Maybe I will. Couldn't sleep, huh?
No.
Well, at least you're hungry. It's a good sign.
It would be if I was. Why aren't you reading upstairs in bed?
Oh, I don't know. I guess it just seems a little less lonely down here. Scott and I used to go to bed early and read all the time. Are you going to admit the real reason you're up?
Yes, I will. It hurts.
Throbbing?
Yes.
Would you like me to rewrap it for you?
I did that just before I came down.
Ben,
I know, Terry, I know.
When?
As soon as Laurie and I get back from Mercy Hospital.
And when are you planning for that to be?
Now, you know I can't tell you that.
Ben, I really hope that you're not thinking it's going to be only a short time.
No. I know it may take a while.
And you are aware what delay could mean concerning your hand?
Yes, you know that I am.
I'm not asking because I like to nag.
I know that, too.
Ben, I want to ask you to consider something, and I want you to think about it before you answer. Now, I realize it's very important that you go along with Laurie, and I respect that decision. But would you consider coming back here for surgery as soon as Laurie starts to show some improvement?
Compromise?
Well, not really. You would have done what you set out to do. Lori will be getting better.
Yeah, but suppose she starts coming around. Suppose she gets, I don't know, more aware. Then she's going to need me more than ever.
Well, then have the surgery now while she's unaware. Have it now, and then you can go with her. You can recover together.
Look, Terry, I know that makes a certain amount of sense, but I just cannot let her face this thing by herself. I mean, suppose she can tell when I'm around. Suppose she knows. Now, what would a separation like that do to her?
Ben, I don't know how you're going to get through this thing when every time you turn around, you're second-guessing yourself.
Well, Terry, what am I supposed to do? I don't see anyone else giving me any solid answers. My instincts are all I have to go on. Now, what if something like this had happened to Scott? Can you honestly say you would have abandoned him just when he needed you the most?
Well, it's really kind of odd, sir. Nancy and I had just come home from dinner.
Dinner? You mean to tell me the two of you went out to dinner?
Well, yes, sir. She was very, very disappointed about the cancellation for the dinner. And, well, frankly, it was pretty pathetic to see her sitting in her wheelchair. She was all dressed up, and she was crying. I just tried to help her out.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you did.
Well, I knew that you'd be very, very unhappy if she was also very unhappy. And so in my own feeble little way, I just wanted to cheer her up.
And did you?
Well, no, I don't think so. You see, she pretended to be having a good time just so my feelings wouldn't be hurt, but, well, frankly, she really wanted to be with you.
Mm-hmm. And you ran into Miriam at the restaurant?
No. You see, we were just there a very, very short time, and then afterwards we just came straight home, of course.
Oh. No dancing?
That's very funny, sir.
Yes.
When we came in the house, Nancy just went up to her room, and that's when I discovered your daughter snooping around, and I stopped her, and then you came in the door.
Did she offer any kind of an explanation?
None whatsoever. In fact, the only words she spoke were to you.
Charles, is that you?
Yes, Nancy, it is.
Do you want me to bring her down?
Oh, by all means. Heaven forbid she miss anything. Circus. It's an absolute circus.
What's all this about Miriam?
Well, it appears that Miriam has taken a mysterious interest in something in this house.
But Tab said she was running around like a cat burglar here.
I really don't wish to discuss this situation at all.
Yeah, but Charles, I mean, she could be dangerous, not only to herself, but to other people.
Nancy, I said I don't want to talk about it, and I'm quite certain you'll excuse me.
Do you realize what a close call we almost had with her?
What are you talking about?
I think when you came home, she was in your bedroom waiting for you.
What, does she have a gun or something? Was she going to shoot me?
She shot you, all right, with a camera. And that's almost as bad.
You mean that
That's right. Let me ask you, when you were upstairs before you went to bed, were you walking around?
Yes.
I knew it.
Well, you got the camera off of her, didn't you?
I didn't have any choice in the matter.
Tab!
No. She got away from the camera, but I got the film.
Oh, thank goodness. Gosh. Well, you had me scared for a minute there.
Well, you can not stop being scared or worried on my part because I have the film all stashed away in a very safe place as a insurance policy.
Against what?
Against the possibility that you might double-cross me. Oh, not that you would, of course, but wouldn't Sugar Daddy be happy to see it if I ever had to show it to him?
Listen, at first, I didn't think she was ever going to get out of that wheelchair, and I was just about ready to put the camera down, decided to take one last peek. And up she stood. Ah, I knew it! Oh, okay. Okay, this Nancy, I don't believe it. She can walk just as well as she ever could. I have seen it twice now. Then, later on, she walks over to the radio, turns it on, and get this. You ready? She started dancing. Dancing! Fantastic! Well, did you get the picture?
Oh, boy, did I ever get it.
Oh,
Yeah,
terrific. Well, then what are you worried about? Babs, I got the picture, but I don't have it anymore.
what do you mean?
Just as I was about ready to sneak out the front door, Tab rips the film out of the camera. Oh, wish I were joking.
Nuts.
I don't know. I should have had the film or something.
Well, kiddo, we may have lost a battle, but we ain't lost the war yet. I thought it was foolproof.
Well, it was, sort of. I mean, we just didn't figure the tab would be there. He wasn't supposed to be there.
What a creep.
We almost pulled it off.
Yeah, almost only counts in horseshoes
Yeah.
and atomic bombs.
I don't know about you, but I am exhausted. Good night.
Hey, Miriam. I remember seeing this movie once about a girl who pretended she was blind, you know?
Yeah?
When's the opening of that mall, the one your dad's building?
In a week, I think. Maybe it might even be within this week. Why?
And everybody's supposed to be there, right? Including Nancy?
As far as I know.
Perfect. It's perfect.
No, 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 you don't. Leave me out of this.
Oh, but this is even better. This is our chance to trip her up in front of hundreds of people. I mean, thousands if there's TV coverage. This could be bigger than the opening of the mall
No,
itself.
No. After tonight, I've learned my lesson, so forget it.
Well, at least hear me out.
No.
Oh, come on, Miriam. Aren't you even the teeniest bit interested?
No.
Oh, what? Miriam, we almost had her tonight. Sure, we learned our lesson, like you say, but next time, we're not going to make any mistakes.
Hello, ladies. What's going on?
Oh, nothing. Nothing.
We were just discussing...
business. We were discussing business.
Yeah.
Business.
Oh, right.
So, how was your day, Jean?
Oh, it was long. Long day. Say, did I get any mail or anything from Jimmy, do you know?
I'm sorry, yeah, no, I guess not. I didn't get anything from Frederick either, though.
Well, what about any phone calls? Did anyone call me?
I don't know, we were...
Oh, we noticed that there was a little message over there. Little green
yeah.
sheet there. I think that's for you by the phone.
Hey! He called!
Hey, that's great. That's neat.
Why, what do you know? That little rascal didn't forget his old dad after all.
Well, what are you waiting for? Why don't you call him?
I'm sorry, that was a cheap shot.
No, you're right. It does give things a different perspective.
No, I was wrong.
Ben, we were both very lucky. Each of us truly fell in love. No, not lucky. Blessed.
I will think about what you said, but I'm not promising anything.
Fine. Have you given any more thought to your practice?
Yeah, some.
Well, the Chief of Staff has been very patient, but he's going to want to know what your plans are before too long.
I know. Terry, I might as well tell you. I don't think I'm going to open the clinic after all.
But it's finally finished.
No, instead I'm going to take a indefinite leave of absence from Kingsley General and then resume right where I left off when Laurie and I come back.
Are you just going to forget all the dreaming and planning you've had over the last several years? Why?
Dreams die.
But it isn't a dream anymore. You've made it a reality. You literally only have to open the doors
To
now.
what? To what? Malcontents, misfits, people who are too lazy to take care of themselves?
That's not the Ben Martin I know talking, who envisioned a free clinic last year.
Well, it's the Ben Martin of today talking, Terry. And I'm a different person now.
You think you are, but you're not. You're letting your anger cover up your compassion. Now, Chesterfield needs a free clinic. There are hundreds of people waiting for it.
Fine. But let them find someone else. I'm sorry. I'm not up to any more good works. Not down there.
What are you going to do with all the equipment down there?
I don't know. Maybe Dave Phillips is still interested in it.
he was very considerate in helping you to plan it.
I haven't even heard from him since he went back to Ohio. I wonder if he got back together with his wife.
Well, call him and find out.
Maybe later. One thing I know for sure, I am not indispensable.
That's your opinion.
Terry, I'm a great many things before I'm a doctor. First and foremost, I am a husband. I'm not even sure if being a doctor is important to me anymore.
Ben, don't let your fears paralyze you. Not doing anything at all could cause you greater harm.
We're back to that again, are we?
Only by your choice. All right, I won't say anything more.
For now, anyway.
Possibly. Please, just promise me you won't make any decisions about the future. You have a great many justifiable emotions right now that have nothing to do with what's going to happen next year or even 20 years from now.
I'll think about it.
I remember when Lori was about 15. And she came home from school one day and she had an announcement. She said that she was never going to get married. Danny Johnson had decided to sit next to another girl in social studies.
Heaven forbid.
You know what?
What?
She didn't have a date for 3 months. When you're in the 9th grade, having a boyfriend is, quote, more important than breathing, unquote.
Okay. You made your point. You know, it's funny, Terry. Just before I came down, I was lying up there in Lori's bed, staring at the ceiling, and I was thinking how many times she must have stared at the same ceiling with problems running through her head the same way I was doing. And how small all those problems seem now. How everything she's ever been through is nothing compared to this. I'm wondering if she's got what it takes to make it through all this. And I'm wondering if I've got what it takes.
Probably not separately. Together, with the Lord, you can overcome absolutely anything. I know that for certain.
Dad, I've been waiting for your call.
Yeah, you know, I've been waiting for your call too, buddy. You're harder to get hold to than that Willie Randolph trying to steal second base.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you bet. So what have you been doing?
A lot of neat stuff. Oh, I'm gonna be a tennis star.
Oh, no kidding. So how'd this come about?
Well, I've been taking lessons. Oh, and guess who I saw at the court right next to me?
Bjorn Borg.
Better than that, Stephanie Mills.
Hey, that's great, Jimmy. Hey, who's Stephanie Mills, son?
She's a singer. She's doing a gig here in Tahoe, just like Mom.
Oh, I see. So tell me, what else have you been doing?
Sometimes Mom's manager, Lionel, comes and picks us up so we can go out to dinner.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's a nice enough guy. So when are you coming out?
Oh, well, I don't know, Jimmy. You know, things are sort of tough right now. You know, I've got a lot of things to do, and besides with Mr. Prescott resigning, I've got a lot of loose ends to tie up, buddy.
That means your job's ending soon, right?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Why don't you come out when you're done? It'd be perfect.
Well, I don't know, Jimmy. Hey, tell me, are you meeting any other guys out there your own age?
Yeah, a lot of people. Well, what do you think of my idea?
Well, Jimmy, son, that's not something I can really decide over the phone.
Guess who just walked in?
Who?
Mom.
Oh.
Hey, Mom, it's Dad. So, do you want to talk to her?
Yeah, sure. Put your mom on, Jimmy.
Hi.
Hello. Jimmy really sounds good, Carla.
Oh, yeah, he seems to be getting along just fine.
Yeah. Sounds like he's into a lot of stuff now.
Seems that there's never enough time in the day for him.
Yeah, that's Jimmy, all right. So, how are you doing?
Fine, fine. I've changed a lot of my act already.
Oh, I see. No kidding.
Gotta keep up with the times. How are you?
Working hard as usual.
I always like that about you. You always give your all to whoever you're working with.
Thanks. Can I use you as a reference?
Anytime. Gene?
Yeah?
I love you. Very, very much.
I love you too, Carla. And I really miss you, lady.
Turn the radio off. Jimmy!
Talking to me?
No, I'm talking to the other Jimmy in the room.
Yeah. Where is he?
Oh, very funny. I'm going down for my show now.
Have a good one.
When did we get to be so cool?
Well, I've been practicing.
Lord, help me.
You sounded pretty happy when you got off the phone with Dad earlier.
I was. I am.
When you said I love you to him, did he say it back?
Yes.
Does that mean that...
I don't know what that means anymore, honey. But it wasn't a lie. We really do love each other. But it's just that there are different kinds of love. And your daddy and I have to figure out which kind of love we have for each other. Sleep tight.